Hi there guys, here I am for another video, and this isn't what you're expecting. I'm going to continue to do the essential horror film franchises that you need to buy, all the just single films or multi double dips of particular franchises, but that's gonna be postponed until tomorrow because I'm just not in the mood to continue to read and then go. I'm just in the mood to. Yeah, I just feel restricted. Not restricted, just just it's weird, but whatever. You get my grasp. Anyways, in this video, I'm just going to be talking to you about Rob Zombie and mainly his contribution to the Halloween franchise. Okay, because I'm becoming a little bit more off. It's about 2 months ahead, and I'm kind of in a Halloween mood right now. I'm just in a Halloween mood right now. So yeah, I gotta keep that mood down till like 2 months. Anyways, I'm just gonna do random shit like this. I'm sorry. Anyways, oh shit, I keep on forgetting to do in the previous video, the Hammer reviews. Sorry. Anyways. Okay. To me, the Halloween franchise is the second best horror franchise out there. First, Nightmare on Elm Street. I love the Nightmare on Elm Street films. They're my favorite. It's my favorite franchise of the horror genre. Second being Halloween. Third, I'm undecided on third, but it's something. But anyways, I love the first 4 films. 5 and 6 can eat a dick for all I care. 7 and 8 are great films. I don't care what anybody says. Halloween Resurrection is a fantastic film. Great deal of fun. And it just ultimately has kind of like a how a die-hard director, like a film, a writer of clean and slick director meets somebody like a die-hard director or Rambo director who just made a Halloween film. And then personally, I dislike Halloween 5 and 6 worse than the Rob Zombie films. But trust me, the Rob Zombie films aren't that good. And I'm about to tell you right now. Okay, Rob Zombie. Hey, I like the guy's music. I like the guy's music, and he has talent in that field. Then he got off to try to be a filmmaker with House of a Thousand Corpses, and The Devil's Rejects. And I like those films. I think they're really solid films. They're basically like Texas Chainsaw Massacre ripoffs, but there's something about them that you could definitely have a differentiate between the two. Ultimately, they're not bad films at all. But then he tried to do Halloween, and see, the Halloween franchise, is and his the Halloween franchise is something that is far from Rob Zombie's common directorial efforts. It's far from his directorial efforts, and ultimately, I applaud the guy for at least trying to be different, but honestly, I don't believe that he was. I don't believe that he was a good choice, because his style, you could definitely tell that he's an auteur, and his auteurship is scummy, redneck, torture, family group, and just, brutal horror films. But ultimately, his authorship and his lack of knowledge of what made the films in the previous franchise really dragged down, and just didn't really make him a proper fit. And ultimately, he in interviews said that he hates remakes. He despises remakes. But then he gone off to make Halloween. See, with the Halloween remakes, I can see Rob Zombie's directorial, the way his vision on Halloween and how he made those films. I do believe that there's some good films desperately trying to crawl out of it, but unfortunately, due to his poor writing for that, what he's trying to direct, and his contribution to that series, it's not good. I know on the message boards I go on, big old Rob Zombie Halloween hate speech. I just don't really like his contribution to the series, cause he doesn't really respect. He doesn't really respect. He just isn't fit. He isn't fit for it. It's not because I hate Rob Zombie, because I honestly don't hate the guy. It's not because I hate Rob Zombie and I'm like, oh, I have a love fest for Halloween. Halloween shouldn't be degraded by Rob Zombie's touch. Oh my God, I know I'm coming off slightly hypocritical, but in a sense, but ultimately, I just don't. It's just that Rob Zombie just isn't a good fit, and he's basically like Echo Bridge Home Entertainment with the releases. He doesn't have, Echo Bridge Home Entertainment is just a lack of money to give their films that they release the respect that they deserve. Similar. He's just not a person that could give the Halloween remakes the proper respect that they deserve. See, he disrespected in a sense, he disrespected Donald Pleasence when Donald Pleasence's performance, not Donald Pleasence personally, he just disrespected the great performance that Donald Pleasence can only provide to Dr. Sam Loomis. See, with Malcolm McDowell, I could tell that he's trying. And honestly, it's just like nobody else could play Ash from the Evil Dead movies besides Bruce Campbell. Nobody can nobody can play Ellen Ripley from the Alien movies. I'm trying to think of other actors who own the roles. Nobody could play Patrick Bateman and Christian Bale. There's a whole bunch of other actors that he owns that role. He did a damn well good job. And Donald Pleasence had a complaint saying that, ooh, Donald Pleasence popped in and he seemed kind of drunk. Donald Pleasence didn't seem drunk at all in that film at all. He seemed like a guy who was devoted to capturing. He seemed like he would put his life in risk just to save the people of Haddonfield, and take Michael down. It was his objective, and he performed that performance excellently. And a lot of people go and bitch about how Halloween H2O, and Resurrection. A Halloween movie cannot be a Halloween movie without Dr. Sam Loomis. I disagree. Nobody else, in a sense, if you're gonna have somebody else play Dr. Sam Loomis, nobody else can play Dr. Sam Loomis other than Donald Pleasence. Unfortunately, Donald Pleasence isn't alive, and if he was alive, I would honestly think that he would seriously be giving Rob Zombie a call saying, "What the fuck have you been saying about my role?" Just like that. See, Halloween H2O is a great film, and it's Halloween. To me, it's a Halloween film, and it doesn't have Dr. Sam Loomis, and still is a Halloween movie. It's a great one at that. Halloween Resurrection is a great film. It doesn't have Dr. Sam Loomis, but it's still a Halloween film. Sure, those films lost the greatness that Dr. Sam Loomis Donald Pleasence can provide to the roles. But honestly, those are two great films, and I don't give a fuck. Halloween Resurrection didn't disrespect the Halloween franchise, and all the criticisms towards that films are heavily immature, saying, "Oh, they just focus on Michael Myers getting beat up by Buster Rhymes." Buster Rhymes was fighting for his own survival. He saved a girl in need, and he was ultimately a hero. He was a hero, and he deserves some goddamn respect. Buster Rhymes needs some goddamn respect. I don't give a fuck because Michael Myers got beat up by Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd's a comedian. I don't hate Paul Rudd. I think that Paul Rudd is decent in a few comedies, but ultimately he still has that kind of like it's like the director dislikes him or something, because he always plays the asshole of a film. I don't hate Paul Rudd, but Paul Rudd, because he's funny, and I like him, but it's more of a disrespect to Michael Myers, of Michael Myers being beat up by a comedian, an actor who's a comedian, than an actor who's a rapper. it's a hardcore. It's more hardcore than a comedian. And ultimately, Busta Rhymes, there's plenty of worse shit that's done to him, and Busta Rhymes isn't disrespectful to Michael Myers at all. It's a damn fun movie. Halloween Resurrection is. It's it brings Michael Myers to the way we originally perceived him in the original Halloween, original 78 film where he comes like a thunderstorm, and people who bitch about the family aspect also bitch about Halloween Resurrection, and that doesn't make no goddamn lick of sense. See, Halloween Resurrection brought Michael Myers back to him killing random people, and it's a damn fun film. But in Halloween 5, just made him cry. The majority of those characters were bland, and ultimately, Donald Pleasance didn't really seem motivated to act. And he seemed like he was getting old, and he just couldn't take the role no more. But in Halloween 6, at least he seemed like he had a little bit more pep to his acting roles. But Rob Zombie's Halloween films, okay, they disrespect Donald Pleasance. They there's a way that you can make cursing in a film smooth out the film and make it have better dialogue without seeming childish. Unfortunately, okay, with House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects, the cursing and the scummy dialogue were attributes to his originality of those two films, and they were a little bit more smooth, and they didn't distract you from the films. They didn't distract you from the quality of the film. But I think that Rob Zombie was trying to be Quentin Tarantino here. I think that he's desperately... Quentin Tarantino is my favorite director, but I think that Rob Zombie was thinking that he was Mr. Quentin Tarantino, but he doesn't understand that Quentin Tarantino doesn't have fuck every other word. Quentin Tarantino uses the word fuck every so often. It's not sure in like Pulp Fiction he had like 232 fucks in there, but you see with him it just smooths a lot better, and it has stronger dialogue surrounding the curse words. But with both Rob Zombie's Halloween's 1 and 2, especially Halloween 2, his cursing in those films is distracting. It's like you got Ronnie White screaming at the mom, and the mom screaming back, and he says, I'll whack it off of the smacky tits. And just ultimately just comes off really childish. It seems like a 13-year-old who thinks that he's being Mr. Quentin Tarantino, being tough and hard, reading the script. And honestly, it just it didn't really do anything besides be distracting, and ultimately didn't really add much to the film. And then, okay. And then the scum is up, and then, yeah, the characters you don't really care for. Ronnie White deserves the shit that Freddie Harris, aka Buster Rhymes, gets, because he didn't, when he died a ridiculous and implausible death. I don't care how drunk you are, but how drunk you are. I don't care how drunk you are. I believe that a person, no matter how drunk they are, would wake up after somebody was duct taping them. This comes off ridiculous. At least with Buster Rhymes, he fought for survival. He earned his badassness. But with Ronnie White, it's just not a good character. Not a good character. It's just horribly done, and just like, wow, this guy isn't a badass. He's just a drunk asshole. See, another thing with Rob Zombie's Halloween films, there's too much going on. See, with the portions where Michael Myers as a child, and the hospital bits, it seemed like that's when the film, feels like there was that's one portion of the films that feels like better, bigger, and better movie. Better movie was trying to escape, but unfortunately, due to lazy writing and some terrible performances, it didn't really escape. And then when it became Halloween 1978 07 version, it really went downhill, and it became unsalvageable. Yeah, it just was like, oh, we got these bratty little kids, and then, oh, Dr. Sam Lewis's gonna pop in and out, and it's just, what the fuck? It's just a whole bunch of brutality just for the sake of brutality. But, yeah, you got Danny Trejo as his friend, and it's just like, what the fuck? Danny Trejo could do better. I like Danny Trejo. The thing is that he got his common things. You got Sid Haig, got this obvious Sid Haig graveyard shift person, and then wow, that guy had a flip phone, and that's like 2007, like 2006, 2005, 6, and 7 type phone with the flip phone, and it's just like, what year did you set the other portion of the film? 1963, I believe. 1963, I believe. 15 years later, 1978. It didn't really match with the times, and then, yeah. And then, yeah, but here's the thing that Michael Myers' character went through. When he was a child, he got bullied. He apparently likes to collect dead animals. Oh my god, dead animals. Then he likes to he has a shitty sister, abusive guy, and then ultimately there you go. That's his childhood, and kills a few people, gets thrown in the place, and then he witnessed a girl getting stupidly raped in front of him, and like, what? Rob Zombie, you actually thought that was a good idea to, hey cousin, let's take this mentally challenged girl and rape her in Michael Myers' cell. Hey cousin. See, and Halloween Resurrection, none of that shit happened. There was no arguments. It was clean. It was smooth. It had great dialogue. It didn't rely on, oh my god, cousin, let's go and rape this mentally challenged girl. Mentally disturbed girl. Wow, you really needed to have that scene, huh? Then you have then Michael just goes on and stalks him, and then see with Michael in the original Halloween film, he popped in and out very smoothly, and he had attention to the scene. But oh my god, Michael Myers just pops in and out, and it's just like not frightening. And then once Michael Myers goes on his brutal rampage, obviously they're got something different here, but different doesn't mean good. Okay, hey, let's go have sex in this random ass house. What? I believe that reminds me of Halloween Resurrection. The people bitch about that. Yeah, honestly. And then Michael Myers got shot in the fucking head. And then he comes back in Halloween 2. Really, Rob? Okay. No, Rob Zombie. This was just a poor attempt. Poor attempt at making a Halloween film. I'm seriously, like, the thing about back in 2005, like, they were gonna have a contest for somebody to come in Halloween 9. It's true sequel to Halloween Resurrection. But guess what happened? It didn't happen. They kept on saying that they were new, and then they made a remake. That's what tends to fucking happen with these series. We're gonna make a sequel. Oh no, let's just make a fucking remake. And a sequel to a remake. It's like, what the fuck? Go and make sequels. Make an Army of Darkness 2, Sam Raimi. Don't be bullshitting us with this bullshit of Fede Alvarez's shit. See, with Rob Zombie, there's a good, you at least could tell that there's a good film trying to escape, but unfortunately it didn't. With Fede Alvarez, it was all shit from the core, because Fede Alvarez was a poor choice, and he had a panic attack. I've seen that. It was stupid. It was a poorly made CGI. I'm not gonna bitch about it being CGI, but it was just a poorly made thing. It wasn't good. It was just a horrible fucking movie. So there you got Fede Alvarez. I at least could see why Rob Zombie would go and do an Evil Dead remake. But nor do I want to. I want Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell to stop lying to us and actually make an Army of Darkness 2. What they owed us, not this fucking remake. what the remake that came out. Sorry about that. But now back to Rob Zombie. Okay, then you see Halloween 2. His vision of Halloween 2. The first 30 minutes of the film. Just was a complete, hey, it would be perfectly fine, if you didn't call this Halloween 2. Because Rob Zombie, understand. I'm not asking for a product, I'm asking for art. Every film that's made is an art form. It's an art form. And every film should be respected on its artistic merits. But I'm just saying that if you're gonna have a film called Halloween 2, then you damn well certainly should keep it all remain in the hospital, not hospital like that's some sort of childish way that I said that a hospital. But anyways, if you're gonna have it come outside of a hospital, then just call this the Halloween Massacre Aftermath. I said that would be a terrific title, it'd be suitable to what you made, but no, he made a film called Halloween 2, with the first 30 minutes of it being what we are to imagine to be a dream sequence, an overly made dream sequence. And I honestly don't really care. I don't really care for a dream sequence. See, you could have just stuck it in the hospital if you're gonna call it Halloween 2, but there's really no need to call it Halloween 2. But anyways, he made Halloween 2. The first 30 minutes were actually kind of a decent Halloween 2 remake. Slightly. It was decent. It wasn't that bad. Had a few stupid scenes where this black girl just walked out the room and she didn't fucking notice it. Oh my god, fucking bleeding on my face. Yeah, you just had that, but ultimately some of the scenes, like when Laurie's going to the security thing, it built some tension. It was like, wow, where was this Rob Zombie who made the first Halloween, the first Halloween remake? And yeah, and then it obviously had to take an ugly turn where we follow Laurie. See, the only thing that really, and I think for myself, and I don't listen to these people who hate remakes because of remakes. I look for the quality of the film. And ultimately, I have to be honest that Danielle Harris is not because she's a previous Halloween star and she was a classic in those Halloween 4 and 5. I'm be dead honest. I didn't like her performance in Halloween 5. I thought that was a poor performance. But ultimately, she grew up. She's beautiful. And ultimately, she done a terrific job in both Rob Zombie's Halloween 1 2. See, in Rob Zombie's Halloween 1, basically they had a role swap where Rob Zombie's Annie and Danielle Harris became what Laurie Strode and Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 became, vice versa. And then Dr. Sam Loomis became a completely different person than he was in that film. But anyways, and you have Doug Bradley, which Not Doug Bradley, I meant Brad Dourif. Honestly, I'm not a big Dourif fan because I absolutely fucking hate the Chucky movies. I fucking hate those movies. I think those are the worst, one of the most insulting franchises to true horror fans. A true horror fans would flip off the creators of the Leprechaun movies and the Chucky movies because they fucking insult the horror genre. They're worthless. They should be treated like worthless piece of shit. So go, oh my god, I'm an insecure horror fan. Oh my god, I gotta like these films. But Brad Dourif, he pops in and out of some good films like The Prophecy 3, Alien Resurrection. And yeah, he's a good actor, but none of those goddamn Chucky movies. Childish fucking movies. Anyways, yeah, those are the only two saving graces. Dr. Sam Loomis, Malcolm McDowell. I like the guy. I honestly don't mind the guy. He was in A Clockwork Orange, and A Clockwork Orange is one of my favorite films, and he done a terrific job in that film. It's just that nobody else can play Dr. Sam Loomis. But anyways, yeah, the whole thing is that all the bad traits in Rob Zombie's Halloween are to boost it up. They boost up to the extreme. And this remake of Halloween 2 is they're boosted up to the extreme. And ultimately he just didn't really do a good job. See, he just didn't do a good job with it, okay? See, with Laurie, with Danielle Harris, when she was in Halloween 1, her character wasn't as bad as Laurie's interpretation and the way that Laurie plays her. See, with Annie in the first Rob Zombie Halloween, at least I could see some glimmer of hope. She made her jokes, but she was upbeat, and ultimately she was upbeat and not that bad of a person. Sure, she had the common Rob Zombie things where, let's be whiny little bitches and say fuck every so often, but see, in that film, the way that she played that role was still had a sense of likability to it. But when you have the now Rob Zombie's Halloween 1, Annie and Laurie Strode, that version is fucking annoying. See, she just goes like, she's highly disrespectful to two people that she should owe her fucking life to. Because she didn't know about the first family, but she went through two fucking families before she gets to the Brackett family, family. Yeah. And both Danielle Harris and Brad Dourif are fucking likable to a certain extent. Annie is a bit of a mature. She became what Laurie Strode is, and Laurie Strode is in Halloween H2O. Through that horrific event in Rob Zombie's Halloween 1, she became a bit of a tough ass. She became a bit of a stronger person, but oh my god. And it's very unnatural of how Scout Taylor Compton Scout Taylor Compton went from the Vincent Rob Zombie's Halloween to this annoying character who just goes like, fuck yeah, party, and just curses and just really just honestly just comes off like one of those wannabe cool kids. And it's ultimately just not that well done. Yeah. Then you have the stupid things where how the drama where she finds out that she's Michael Myers' sister. She goes fuck, and then she has this like a group of girls in this music stores where they go like funky chicks and just saying too coolio for schoolio, and just not that very. It's very childish. But ultimately, yeah, it's just like, come on. There's actually legitimately one good sequence where attack sequence where this girl's in the back of the van. This guy, it had a few good things, but and at least like the way that the film ended. The film ended with a not a bad way. Not a very bad way, but still, it's not that very good. They ripped off Halloween 4 with Michael Myers getting shot. Michael Myers became a homeless person, and was driven by these people with his mother being with some sort of white horse, and really, that's what you're gonna do with him. You're gonna make him a hobo. Did Halloween Resurrection make him a homeless person? No. It didn't make him a homeless person. So, point one for Halloween Resurrection. Did it make him have a beard? Make him look like Joe Grizzly and the black man who killed in the bathroom in the first one? No, oh my god, we hit Michael Myers with a beard. That's another thing. Wow, Michael Myers doesn't need a beard, but unfortunately, you had to make him have a fucking beard, and you had to make him look scruffy. I don't really mind scruffiness, but with Michael Myers, I at least expect some refinement in his looks. But no, he had to make everybody in that film look like himself, because Rob Zombie's a little bit too much in love with himself. He even made Laurie Strode look like himself. No. Okay, let's talk about the three people that got royally fucked up with Rob Zombie's Halloween films. He fucked up with Dr. Sam Loomis first. See, he didn't really respect what made Dr. Sam Loomis and Donald Pleasence great. He had Malcolm McDowell, which isn't a bad actor, but fortunately, Dr. Sam Loomis, sure, he was an asshole in Halloween 5. That's unforgivable. That's an unforgivable film. But see, that film was just lazy directing and script writing. But and all of the Halloween 1, 2, 4, and 6, at least 6, Dr. Sam Loomis was was still a good person at heart. He's not an asshole. He's not an asshole. He's not an asshole. He done heroic things. Heroic things. Yeah. But he kind of did some heroic things, but it's not that big of a deal. But he just made him an asshole, which is a huge disrespect to the character. Laurie Strode is now a whiny little bitch who, honestly, why? I say if you're gonna have your own new vision, Rob Zombie, how about in Halloween 2, we always thought that he actually did kill Laurie Strode in Halloween 2 in the hospital bit. Then we cut to 2 years later, and we have Anne Brackett come back as the way she is, have Sheriff Brackett live in their house, having their life, but unfortunately, some sort of ghost. Not ghost, but somehow you manage not to make Annie like a family member, not to make Annie a family member, but you could like have him just have a, like he's saying, like Michael Myers is like fucking bored, and now he has a new fixation on Annie. Ends up for it's basically up for Sheriff Brackett and Dr. Sam Loomis, who found out about his intentions and his new fixation on Annie because here's an idea. He also wants to kill his family members, but he also doesn't want to leave no alive victims afterwards. So he had Anne Brackett was a victim that didn't die. So he felt like he had the need to go off and make sure that nobody else lives. And then you're probably gonna say, well, what about Tommy and Doyle and Lindsay Wallace? Fuck, make Halloween 3 is a fixation with them. If you're gonna continue to do this route, I say that would be cool. But unfortunately, you have to have him have to make everything like the way it is, and not be original, not be his own vision. Rob Zombie, he's done The Haunted World of El Super Beasto, which I do eventually intend on checking it out. And Lords of Salem, I'm definitely going to check out that film sometime, because, hey, I hear that's like David Lynch and shit. And a lot of people go like, well, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is like David Lynch all over again, and I don't really know about David Lynch, but from my knowledge, David Lynch is a highly regarded director. Some people hate him. Some people think that it's hard to understand because people is like, I don't know. But from my knowledge and what I know so far, that David Lynch's films aren't as scummy and white trash as this. See, okay. Honestly, okay, the only way that they're gonna continue to have this new series, this series go on, is that Halloween 3D is gonna come out. And ultimately, from the news I hear, I'm kind of excited for it. It kind of has potential. Has Patrick Lussier, a terrific director. I love Patrick Lussier's directorial efforts. Haven't seen one of them. I haven't seen White Noise to the Light, but I've seen all of his films, and he hasn't made a single bad film at all. Bad film at all. So hey, who knows? Who knows? He might make a great film, because he hasn't disappointed me yet. I haven't seen White Noise 2 The Light yet, but I have a sneaking suspicion that I'm not going to be disappointed with that film. So yeah, the Halloween franchise. I know my dream way for them to continue the franchise isn't going to happen where John Carpenter and Clive Barker are going to collaborate to write out a script, and speaking about Patrick Lussier, who has also been in the talks to reboot the Hellraiser franchise, have him direct a script written by John Carpenter and Clive Barker. I say that's just my wishful thinking for them to wait for them to continue the franchise. Now that's just my dream way for them to continue the franchise. And ignore Hellraiser Revelations and ignore the Rob Zombie films, and just make it a sequel to Halloween Resurrection and Hellraiser Hellworld. I honestly think that there's some great potential there, and I honestly think that would be a great film. But unfortunately, I don't really think that's gonna happen. We're either going to get this Halloween 3D with Patrick Lussier directing, which I say that it's going to be good. It's going to be great. Or maybe Rob Zombie's going to be like, oh fuck, because he always is very contradictive of what he says. Because he went on and said, oh, I rejected the opportunity to direct a Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but he did go on to do Halloween 1, 2, and he said, oh, because it was a remake, and he went on this massive heat wagon of remakes. But then he decided to go ahead and make Halloween 3. Rob Zombie's Halloween. See, I'm kind of pissed off about this. Because Halloween Resurrection left it open for that series to continue, but did they? Fuck no. It's just like you could have ended the series at Halloween H2O. Hey, I'm glad that they have Halloween Resurrection. I respect that, but they could have just stopped at Halloween H2O, and then we waited like 2007 to get a reboot, a remake, or a reboot, or whatever the fuck you like to call it. And just, I think it would be a little bit more accepting. But no. Dimension Films, which I ultimately like. A majority of Dimension Films decided, oh, we gotta make a Halloween Resurrection, so let's go ahead and make a Halloween Resurrection. But they could have just not made the film, and just waited till 2007 to make the Rob Zombie film. I would be a lot more accepting, and then if they didn't have that open ending, because if I have open-ended, I like to have my own. I like to have films leave me up to have my own interpretation, and I make up my own endings or whatever. But it's clearly with the Halloween films. If you're gonna leave that kind of open ending, then why? It just didn't really make sense to me why you would go that route. But anyways, I'm ultimately not. I don't really hate these films. I say that I don't really hate them. I just don't really like them. Um, yeah. Rob Zombie. Rob. I seriously hope him the best. Hope him the best in his filmmaking. I hope him the best in his filmmaking. And I seriously hope for him to go off and make something super original. Super original. Rob Zombie's home, House of Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects are the closest things to that I've seen of his works to originality. They still scream of Texas Chainsaw Massacre references. So, yeah, that. Um, but anyways, I'm trying to extend this out to 4 more minutes. Or I could just stop it here because whatever. Thank you guys for watching and stick back for more.